Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and it is time for my March TBR, or To Be Read pile. This month is a bit up in the air, it's apt to change, and I pretty much threw out the February TBR and just read random things, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But here's the plan, sort of, for now. As I said, I threw out the February TBR. It went straight out the window. I was in a weird mood. I was just not wanting to behave. So I was reading random crap. So I have a couple of things that were left over from February, and I'm going to read those this month. The first is Love Letters to the Dead by Ava DeLera. This one comes out right at the beginning of April, so I have to get it read this month, and I'm looking forward to it, and just ran out of time last month. So this one will be read soon. I've talked about it before, so if you're curious, I mean, it's popped up in a bunch of videos lately, and there are links below, so you can check that out if you'd like. The other holdover from February's TBR is Ophelia and the Marvelous Boy by Karen Foxley, which is a retelling of the Snow Queen. And I tried really hard to squeeze this into February because when I picked it up and read the first few pages, I was instantly in love. So this will probably be the next thing I read because it was pulling me in. It was exactly what I was in the mood for. Would have made it into February if there were just more days. It's that short month, it gets me every time. The other two things that were left from February's TBR are probably not going to happen. So for now, I think I'm giving up on Sorrow's Knot and The Girl Who Soared Over Fairyland. Not giving up on them totally, but giving up on the idea of working them into Fairy Tale Fortnight. For now. We'll see how the month goes, we'll see how April goes. I'm far enough in them that they should be fairly quick, except that I'm just not necessarily in the mood for them right now. Not that either are bad for those of you that have asked. I do like them, I like both authors' styles and have read them in the past, but right now I'm definitely in a reading by mood only phase, and if it's not calling me, I'll just end up dragging. So for now they're on the shelf. We'll see if my mood changes throughout the month or into April, but there you have it. Those are the holdovers, and they may have given you an idea of where this month is going because I mentioned Fairy Tale Fortnight a couple of times. Basically, Fairy Tale Fortnight is kicking off at the end of April, and I need to get the ball rolling on preparing for that, which is part of why this month's TBR is so up in the air. I still am not entirely sure what I'm going to be reviewing for it. This TBR is apt to change at any time. For now though, these next few books are definitely going to be featured in Fairy Tale Fortnight. First up is Titan Magic, Body and Soul by Jodi Lamb. I have talked before about how much I absolutely adored the first book, Titan Magic, and how I think that all of you should give it a try. I love a good non-traditional main character. I love something that just feels really full and brimming with depth and really intelligent, skillful storytelling going on. Titan Magic had all that, so I am really eager to see that continued in the second book. Definitely happy to be reading this one this month. You probably guessed this next one was coming if you saw my last haul, because, you know, bound to happen. The Hero's Guide to Being an Outlaw by Christopher Healy, which is the final book of the Hero's Guide series. The previous two books have all been included in Fairy Tale Fortnight. Christopher has been a part of Fairy Tale Fortnight. This comes out during Fairy Tale Fortnight. It was just a given. Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. Bonnie, my co-host, and I will both be reading and reviewing this one. I don't know that it's necessarily actually a fairy tale retelling. I think it's more fairy tale-esque, though I could be wrong about that. But it has to do with trolls, and I don't know whether it's, you know, a carryover from the obsession with the troll with the hair, you know, ugly trolls, or what exactly it is, but trolls have always fascinated me. I kind of love them. There aren't enough trolls in books, and when there are, I always fall for them. They become some of my favorite characters, so I'm ready. I'm ready for some trolls. Those are the fairy tale books, and the last couple definites for the month are not for Fairy Tale Fortnight, but just because every now and then I'm gonna need, you know, a little palette cleanser, a little break from the fairy tales. And to do that, I'm going to use This One Summer, which was also just shown in my book haul, and has been calling my name ever since it showed up in my mailbox. As I said, I flipped through for you guys and I showed you, but I don't know how well it really showed up on camera. The art is beautiful, and it's all in this sort of smoky gray-blue tone, which I love. And it's contemporary, it's supposed to be really good, kind of coming of age, moving, and just one of those stories that you inevitably fall for. And I've already said I love it when those types of stories are told in graphic novel form, because I think it really brings something interesting and a new perspective, and you can pour over the panels and get more to the story if you choose to, or long story short, excited for this one. It's a graphic novel and I will be reading it this month. The other break from the fairy tale madness will be whichever book ends up being chosen for Wednesday YA. Now, because March is my birthday month, I get to choose the book this month, and I haven't entirely made up my mind. I showed 3 options on Instagram and on the blog and kind of told people to weigh in and tell me where they would go, but in the end it's going to come down to whatever I'm craving, and I'm not entirely sure which one I'm craving. But since you guys can still weigh in for a few more days, I'm going to go ahead and show you the potential books, and if you want to weigh in the comments and tell me which one you think I should read in March, feel free. The 3 books that I showed were The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, which is dystopian, Slide by Jill Hathaway, which is, I'm not entirely sure how to describe this one actually, kind of sci-fi, magical realist, maybe? Definitely thriller, but a little bit of a genre mashup, I think. And Toads and Diamonds by Heather Tomlinson, which is a fairy tale retelling of diamonds and toads. Go figure. So those are the 3 books that were most calling my name out of our Wednesday YA stack, and I will be picking one of these to add to the March TBR. And Liz will be reading it, and anyone who joins in for the Wednesday YA book club will be reading it this month. So weigh in if you've read them or if you've been wanting to read them. If there are any that you would join us to read, let me know in the comments. Right now I think Slide might be in the lead, but Darkest Minds really sounds good too. I just can't make up my mind, so come help me. And there you have it. That's the March TBR. As I said, it is apt to change as other things show up in my mail or as I remember things that I was supposed to read and have not yet. That is the goal for now for what I'm going to read in March, and I need to get to it. So that is all. Let me know what you're going to be reading this month, and as always, thanks for watching and happy reading!